Everybody ignore stuff in the background. I just wanted to let you guys know. Okay, I went to churches. The children and I were sad. So we went to churches. I went to churches because I don't like to cook. Well, anyway, ignore this. This is just a container because most of the soap is still in the crock pot, melting downstairs. Now, this is my soap, the soap that overflowed. I'm customizing it by putting iodine, and I'm making my own antibacterial soap similar to Hibbs Cleanse, which is like $9 a bottle. And I'm reallocating some funds to do some other things. Now, this was about 10 drops in here. I got this bottle from Dollar Tree. Close it up. All right, and I shake it. So this is perfect for the gym, or if you need to carry cleaning supplies, body cleaning supplies with you, and you know that it works well. So I'm making some more. Take this. How many? No, see, that's why I'm like about 10 drops. I don't know. Use a dropper. And now it does smell medicinal because my liquid soap, I didn't put any scent in my liquid soap, so that we can customize things for Christmas. I'm making a whole new batch. As soon as I get my KOH, we'll be live making some more liquid black soap. I revised my standard Luxe True soap recipe so that it can be more adaptable to liquid soap. I mean, you use a whole nother lye, but with the oils. I switch some of the oils around. And of course, it doesn't have any animal products. I don't use lard in my liquid soap. But some people do like lard soap. So I would not be opposed to making a liquid lard soap if there was a market for it. It makes a hard white bar. But some people, like me, I like liquid soap because I'm in a hurry and I want to hurry up. And you know what? When I put this iodine in here, it's like Hibbs Cleanse. So I got that net. It's like a sheet of net. If you unravel one of those nylon poofs, I got that so that I can exfoliate and cleanse myself. And it's so many bubbles, thick lather, and suds with this. So I can go once. All right. I can go once over because I bathe every day. Most 99% of the time I'm bathing every day. And sometimes I bathe 3 and 4 times a day. Like, I'm going to go swimming. So I bathed this morning. I'm going to go swimming. You wash off before you get in the pool. You have to bathe the chlorine off of you when you get out of the pool. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not one to be I'm not a filthy woman. At least not my body. If you saw some parts of my house, you're like, what do you mean you're not a filthy woman? Why don't you fold that up? You know, they have storage solutions. I know. But the storage solution becomes a storage problem after a while. And just shake it up. These fit in your gym bag, your purse. Like, some people, they have to, stay fresh. For whatever reason. They can't be lax in that whole thing. So, that's what that's for. This, because a bar soap, all my soaps were bar. And I wasn't using liquid soap. I really wasn't making it. But now I am. I caught myself making some dishwashing liquid. However, it got the dishes really clean. But I like Dawn. Dawn is a degreaser, and to me it wasn't degreasing well enough. So what I did was I made my own liquid soap. And let's say it got a lot of burned food off. It did. But so I use it for that specific purpose. But overall, I really do like my liquid soap. I guess that wasn't enough to make bubbles. That was about a quarter size amount. This batch is kind of thin. That is like runoff water from washing the soap utensils and things of that nature. That was actually quite a bit. So, like this is thicker. I didn't put as much water in this because I needed it to be concentrated and I needed it to stay small so I can take it with me. So that's pretty thick. So all of my liquid soap is not diluted fully. It's, like I said, it's kind of thick. And then if you do that, that's what you get. So with a rag or with a nylon poof, even if you dilute it, you put about that much if you want if you like this. If this is what you like, then fine. Okay? And like I said, I'm making a knockoff Hibbs cleanse. I put that iodine in there so that I could just go once over with all this lather. Once over. It doesn't matter if it's a poof or a nylon thing. And a nylon poof or a rag. It doesn't matter. This is the type of soap you got. I didn't have to put any extra glycerin or anything in there. And as you see, I didn't put on any lotion or sunscreen. I'm not ashy. Now, my Luxe True Soap, standard edition, my bars, that soap is so emollient that it extends my pedicure. It doesn't look like, I go back, I might get a pedicure once a year. I never have to do my heels. My heels never get stuck on anything. I don't have to put on any lotion. Maybe a couple of times a month I might have to put on lotion. And I make lotion, so that lasts a week in my skin. My skin is so nourished by my products that I make. And see, in my liquid soap, I got cocoa butter in there. That's right. I put cocoa butter in my liquid soap. Because I really like cocoa butter sticks for an even tone in my skin. So I'm doing things because my skin needs it. Now today I used this liquid soap here and as a shampoo for my daughter. She has a scalp condition. So I wanted to get the product buildup out of her hair. So I shampoo her hair with like just regular shampoo. And then I use her specialized medicated shampoo. And then I go back in with Design Essentials. That works for us. That Design Essentials product line, just the basic stuff, I love it. I've ordered from them again and again and again. It adds emollients. It adds emollients to my hair. It just makes my hair easier to do. So if you have a lot of product buildup, a lot of dandruff and stuff like that, you can use it as a shampoo, but you need to put a leave-in in. At least I did. My daughter's hair is natural, but she got like 3C hair. To me, you need to go in with a Design Essentials if you're going to use my liquid black soap to strip it. Then you need to go in with a Design Essentials product line or something like that. Okay. All right, go get the crumbs out there. Man. Now, I'm going to go get a dry rag so you can see in real time. All right, you can see in real time how much water, how much product, so on and so forth. This is pretty thin. Okay. So when I say thin, it's pretty thin. Oh, is this it? No, that's actual peroxide. All right, well, ugh, I don't really want to have to go downstairs. So this, and when I say it's thin, I just brought this for consistency. So you can see, this is not. It seems thin. It's not as thin. And then we have this, what I just used. It came out of that other bottle. So we're going to see how much water. All right. How much water is that? A regular Walmart face rag. These all come from the same source. There. Because it's kind of liquidy. That's if it's a lot of water. Look at that. That's a lot of water. That's a lot of water. That's almost too much water. It's too much water. Sorry. Did I thin it down too much? Did I bite off more than what I could chew? I don't know. I might have. Oh, dear. It's a lot of water. Let's just say you're in a hurry. Now, for me, that's not enough soap. I mean, there's soap on there, but that's not enough for me. So, I'm going to go back in. And this is like super thin. Like this is the runoff. Like when your spoons and cups and things of that nature. I put it in a pitcher and I put some water in it and I let them soak for a couple of days till it soaked all the soap off. And that's what this is. So that's why I'm like, it's pretty thin because it was runoff water, from the soap. Oh dear, it's too much. And y'all know how it is. Let's see, I had eczema for a very long time when I was young. So I'm real careful with my skin. Really careful. The right conditions, I'll have a flare-up. So no, not too many pickles. I love pickles. Not too much vinegar. I love vinegar. Not too many oranges and citrus fruit and lemon and fruit. Okay? Not too much. I love them, but not too much. And I could never use the detergent bars that they make. The only one I could use was Caress, and it was the most expensive one. So I was a pain in the butt coming up. And I used to always wear long sleeves because it was on my arms. I was fond of turtlenecks. I still am. And long sleeves. It was on the back of my legs, but I didn't have to look at it, so I didn't mind wearing shorts. Shame on you sitting behind me. If you complained. So soap is like, stands out in my mind as a thing with me. There. So a nice long squirt, if you thin it out super thin, a nice long squirt, you're going to have these kind of bubbles. I'm not joking. That's what you're going to have. So, for people, I mean, you go in the shower, you wet yourself down, you wet whatever you're washing with. If everything's wet, you should be able to use an 8 ounce, because this is an example of 8 ounces. This is an 8 ounce bottle. A bottle of my soap should be able to last you more than a month, unless somebody else is using it. If it's 2 adults on it, maybe a month, depending if you wash when you come home, before you go, and when you come home. It just depends on how much you use. And you can see, you could get it pretty thin. This is like runoff. You could get it pretty thin and a nice long squirt, and you got some good suds. Some people don't like it really sudsy, but this rinses off really clean. And like I say, it leaves my skin like very moisturized. Not as moisturized as my Luxe True Soap bars that you can find at luxetruesoap.com 2020 on Instagram. There's a shop connected to it. I hope you can get to it. So it's not as moisturizing as that. But I find in the summertime, I don't really need that. I don't really, but plus I'm doing fat burners. And so everything is like extra oily. If you're doing fat burners, lipolytic, any lemon bottle, any of that, everything's very oily. Face, skin, everything. Because as you sweat and exude, then, that's how it is. And that's damp. This is just damp. Let's see how damp does. You're in a hurry. That's a nice long squeeze because it's thin. Like I say, some people don't want to do it. You have to, fool around with it and see, what's your level of suds comfort. Some people happy with this. And as you rub this all over your body, starting from the top, go down, it gets more and more and more and more and more sudsy. So it was damp, and I put a good squirt. That's generally how I'm doing it. I'm in there, get everything wet, get a rag, wet that up, nice long squirt if I'm using it out of this bottle, and not so much if it's a thicker version. It's just a little squirt. Like this one, I don't really have to do it that much. I just refilled it with, no, the other one. I just refilled it, and I'm not going to lie, the iodine cuts down on suds, so I have to use a tiny bit more, but I don't care because I have Hips Cleanse essentially in my hand, and I did not have to go hunting for it or pay $9. I love a good cleansing, so Hips Cleanse is everything. Shout out to Hips Cleanse, but no, I'm not selling Hips Cleanse. It's not their formula. I don't even know how to make it. I just know that there's iodine or something like iodine in it. I just perused the ingredients because it's supposed to be, so you can be extra clean. Like if you're going into surgery, you might want to wash with Hips Cleanse just to get the incidental flora fauna off your skin. Microorganisms, things of that nature. I just do it because, like when I do my fat burners, I use the CDC sanitizer, and I go over my skin with this. The areas that I'm putting the injecting in, I make sure I do this. Oh, because if you get venipuncture, this is what they use. Because they're breaking the barrier of your skin and it's stuff on your skin. So, this is a good, and you can use this with babies, adults, dogs. You wash your dog's hair. Look, you get you a nice soapy rag like this, old school mama, them cloth diapers. Oh, Lord Jesus. My baby brother wore cloth diapers, and I had to help. Man, yeah, you had to dunk them up and down in the toilet, and then put them in a diaper pail. Look at this. Look at this. Mama used to tell me, you get that rag soaked up like this, and I used to watch her. You got this on that rag, nothing will stick to this rag. Your white rags will always be white. And this comes out as white. It didn't stain any of my rags. I had about, 15 or 20 drops? I don't know. I shook it up, but I'm not tripping over rags. Okay, we got to go because other people are coming downstairs. But you get the picture. Bye. Okay, yes. I'm filming an ad for my Luxe True Soap, liquid black soap. All right, they cool. But anyway, like I was saying, look at that. If you use this to wipe the baby's butt, like with this rag, my mama told me and showed me, nothing will stick to this rag. Because I used to ask her, I know you washing her, mama, but what you doing? And she said, if you get it soapy, and she was using hand soap, that cashmere bouquet, if you get it soapy enough, nothing sticks to this rag. And mama liked white rags and light rags. We didn't grow up with dark rags because you don't know if they clean. But I got them now. I just use bleach all the time so they look horrible. All right, I gotta go. Bye. Buy Luxe True Soap, liquid black soap on Facebook Marketplace. $22 for an 8-ounce bottle. 8 ounces. All right, bye.